Good morning. Welcome back. I am doing this morning the Divine Feminines, what they are currently working on. As I was shuffling, these cards came out. And as usual, this is just a general read. If you are interested in a specific reading, I am running a special, and through July 12th at the end of midnight Eastern time. It's $17.77 for 7 cards, and it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes for the reading. And if there's any additional cards, there's additional cards, you know, whatever spirit needs to come through to say. Okay, so as I was pre-shuffling these cards, these all popped out. Again, I'm using the same deck as I used yesterday for the Divine Masculines. I'm using The Soul's Journey Lessons by James Van Praagh, The Power of Surrender by Judith Orloff, and Ask Your Guides by Sonia Croquette. Okay, the first one that came up was Surrender to Your Soul's Path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. Okay, what they're telling me is to fully step into this journey. It is a beautiful journey, as you could see by this card. I mean, it's full of just beauty and wonder, and it is full of ups and downs. As you can see, there are hills and just, you know, things that you have to step up and overcome. It is not, again, it is not an easy journey, and you all know that if you are on this journey. It is just not easy. It's hard, but it's meant to be hard for us to grow, for our soul's growth. And right now, that is all I'm getting. They might give me more later. And the second one that came out was Surrender Your Fear of Intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Again, it's not intimacy that I'm getting on a sexual level. It is a emotional intimacy. It's about having to open your heart again to the masculine. If they have hurt you in any way, you may have wanted to build a wall up and say, you know what, not again. I can't go through this again. It's just too painful. They're asking you to just open up again one more time. What I'm getting is that the masculine is you know, very, all right, this is coming right from the masculine. They know they have hurt us. They know that they have wounded us deeply, and it's not the first time. And this is why they are so afraid to come forward and speak, because they are afraid that we will turn them away after everything that's been done. But they will come forward. So this is really more of the masculine coming through, and, you know, just saying, you know, please just, you know, like this is the last time. I'm making sure everything, all my I's are dotted, all my T's are crossed. They won't come to the feminine without everything being done, without a secure footing, whether it's physical or emotional or materially. They want everything to be just right so that this never has to happen again. This is the final thing. This is the final, this is it. Okay. He wanted to say that. So, and kind of like yesterday, how he was saying the masculine is just really desperate for this love. And again, they're asking again, please let me in again. You know, I am human. I have made many mistakes, and I am well aware of that, and I am working on that. So when I do come to you, please, please just let me in. Yeah, you know, I can actually feel, I can feel their pain, their sorrow, their regret. There goes a helicopter. I live near a hospital, so that's like flight. And I always say a little prayer when they go over to so that their flight to the hospital is safe, that the helicopter lands safe, and that the people inside that are hurt, that they are able to be healed in one way or another. Okay. And then I was shuffling the Ask Your Guides, and the feminines are asking, they are asking for their warrior guides to come help them with whatever competition that there is, whatever battle it is that they may come across. But before I get into that, when this card first pulled out, when I saw the word competition, I got the feeling of some feminines feel that they are in competition with the karmic partner, and that is fear-based. That is insecurity based, and there is no reason behind. There is no reason behind that feeling, because as the feminine, there is nobody like us. There is no competition there. That's it. We are the one. Nobody. We can't love. Only we can love the masculine like they're supposed to be loved, and only the masculine can love us the way we are supposed to be loved. So if you are thinking, you know, that you are in some sort of competition with the karmic, please put that out of your head, because that is so not true. And that's hard. I understand that, but work on that. You know, this is what we are currently working on. And we're also asking for our warrior guides to come in, to give us strength, to give us, they just keep saying strength. There may be some battles going on. Like I was just saying, you may feel like you're in competition with the karmic. That's all in your head. So we are calling in for our warrior guides to help us get this battle out of our head, to help us get over that, because there's nothing further than the truth about being in competition with the karmic. Absolutely. This could also be dealing with competition, maybe some sort of legal issue. There could be, I'm getting maybe children involved, maybe a child custody. You feel like you must compete with your karmic for custody, or as an example, and only as an example, I'm basing this on being a woman, a female. If you are going through divorce and there are small children involved, sometimes the father, and it could be, you know, it doesn't have to be a man or woman, it could be same sex. Please keep that in mind. Sometimes there is the dominant parent, the stricter parent, and then there's the fun parent. And you feel like you have to be in competition, because it seems like your children may prefer that parent better. But as time will tell, that's, I don't want to say a temporary feeling on the children's part, but I can't think of another way to put it, but it's temporary, because in the long run, children will see who was, how do I put it, was the, and this is going to come out wrong, but I can't come up with the words and they're not helping me. Who was the better parent? And that is completely wrong, but I can't think of another way. Maybe your partner involved, maybe trying to bribe the children in a way, buying them things, and maybe being the parent that has sole custody or joint custody, majority of the parenting will fall upon you, and maybe you can't afford such such things all the time, but the other parent can. So, but it's not a competition. It's not a competition at all whatsoever. So call in your warrior guides for strength and guidance, and they will be there right by your side. The second card that came out was shame. We feminines are working on shame issues. We are calling in for our divine healers. We may be feeling shame for choices we have made, for things we might have said, for staying in a situation that was way too long, that should have ended a long time ago. Shame for anything that has happened in childhood, they're telling me. Any kind of childhood abuse is what they're telling me. Yes, they're just saying that there is nothing to be ashamed of, and they're telling me if you, because I am not, as I say, I am not a professional therapist. I am not a professional. I can't give professional advice, but if you need, here we go. If you need help with these issues, there is no shame in asking, in needing to go see a therapist, in asking to go, in asking, in going to see a psychiatrist. There is no shame in if you need medication, if you suffer from depression, if you are bipolar, if you have any sort of mental illness. There's no shame in it whatsoever. So I think that was their main message, was if you need help on earth for issues, that you need to just go talk to somebody who is objective. And who doesn't need that? Call upon your divine healers and they will guide you in the right direction. Hence the deck, Ask Your Guides. And then I found this was interesting. This came up for the masculine as well as yesterday, was discipline. And it's pretty much the same message. We are, because we are twins, we are mirroring. It may not be an exact copy of a mirror, but it can be something similar to it. So again, discipline. Discipline to surrender to your soul's journey. Discipline to help you surrender to your fear of intimacy. Which was sort of along the masculine's line of reading of the cards yesterday. Discipline to keep yourself on the exercise, if you are exercising, and some days it's very easy to be like, you know what, I just don't have the energy today. I am tired. I just don't want to, You're asking for discipline to help you with that. You're asking for discipline to, if you have made changes to your diet, and I don't mean diet as to lose weight, I mean diet as in like nutrition wise. If you're eating healthier, if you were eating, raw fruits and vegetables, if you've decided to go vegetarian or you decided to go vegan, it takes a lot of discipline to start these things, and to keep going on them. So, you are asking for a discipline to help you with these things that are going on in your life. Again, like I said yesterday, discipline is not always a bad word. It's a guidance. You are asking for guidance to help you keep going through this journey. Okay, now that we got those popped out, now I'm going to the Soul's Journey. Cards, to see one popped out. Is there anything? Oh, 3 popped out. All right, let's take a look at these 3. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. How true is that? People come into your life at certain points for certain reasons. Friendship is a big one. You, at this time, some of you may need to be leaning on your friends for help, support, for laughter, for joy, for fun in these, in what could be, you know, hard times. So, friendship. If you feel a kindred spirit with somebody, it's because of a reason. If you are shy, they're asking you to go, maybe take up a hobby. I'm trying to think of something in a group setting. An art class, a pottery class, painting pottery. You will. They're saying that you will probably strike up a friendship there, and that friendship is there for a reason. And peace. We are working on peace. I am being of love, and I release all negative energy. How true is that? Who just really does not want peace? Especially, wow, this card just keeps, they just keep going back to this card over and over again. Who doesn't want peace if you are going through any kind of struggle, mental or physical or legal battles? They just keep saying, you know, like I was saying before, if there's small children involved, if there is, or if you are still in a karmic relationship, if there's the arguing going on, you know, you just want peace. You get to a certain point where you just want peace. And that's when you call in your warrior guides, and you help ask them, you ask them for help in finding this peace. Again, I know sometimes I repeat things over and over. It's because they are repeating things over and over to me in my head. So it's very important that it comes through. The third one is health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. You may be going, maybe you go outside for a walk and you see somebody and you just say hello. You know, you can, and you know, it's hello one day, you see them again the next day, it's like, oh, hi again, how are you? You know, you will strike up a friendship that way, and that is what is needed. And friendship also brings about peace of mind, that you have somebody to talk to. Once you get really comfortable with being a friend, or having that one particular friend, you know, and God knows I've done this, you know, that's the wrong card, I'm sorry. You use them as like a sounding board. You know, you can tell them what's going on. And they just told me, not only is it important for you to find friends, it is important for you to be a friend. If you have friendships, nurture those friendships, because they are very important. They are important to your health, which is a scientific fact. Because when you are happy and you laugh, it sets off all these endorphins, and oxytocin comes into play, and those are the feel good. Those are the feel good hormones, and those are what you want. You don't want the other hormones like cortisol, which comes from fear and all that horrible stuff. Okay, let me just see if there's one more card that they want to come out. That's too many. No, too many. Oh, that one. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Intuition, everybody is born with that intuition. Everybody is born with that gift. It is that gut feeling. It is that sixth sense. So if you know something is wrong, then I'm sorry, you're going to hear my cat running around. So when I do these readings, wow, she just flipped out like there was somebody there on the bed. Wow, I've never seen her do that before. So I know you're here, spirits, and I know that you are here, my loved ones. Because we all know animals can sense and see things that we cannot, and cats are very in tune, and I think she's going to jump in the window. Yeah, you're going to hear her make some noise. I apologize. But indecision, just as you know if something is bad, you know that something is good. Friendship. You know it. You will know this person, this kindred spirit, when you meet them. Oh, I'm sorry. Indecision. What? Okay, indecision. I'm using my... I got confused. I'm using my intuition. Okay. Your intuition will help you. You will know this person. You will know this friend on a soul level when you meet them. Indecision. Okay. Like I was saying, if you are having a hard time making a decision about something, trust your gut feeling is what they're telling me. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, because it is right. Like I said, we are all born with that gift of that gut feeling, so use it. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Power of Surrender cards. Spirit, what does Divine Feminine, what are we currently working on? Okay, I'll put that down there, but that, there we go. Okay. First one that came out, as it did for the masculine, surrender unhealthy relationships. It's pretty much the same thing they're telling me as it was the divine masculine. Again, there's the mirroring. There is the getting out of karmic relationships. There's cutting off toxic people, whether it be friends, whether it be family, co-workers, anybody that is toxic to you. You need to sever those cords, cut those cords, because that is only going to bring you down. That is not going to raise your vibration level. It's going to keep you in that low level, because they are a low, all of that toxic stuff is a low level energy, and you don't want that. What you want is friends to help you keep your high level of vibration. And then it was surrender comparisons to other people. Like I said before, if you feel like you're in competition with your masculine's karmic, you are not. This card is just coming up to confirm what they brought out before. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. They're really pointing out to me attractiveness. This is a very physical society. You are most not okay. speaking a lot to me. Um, there is a lot of pressure on females in this world to look a certain way, um, to be, to fit into this cookie cutter mold um, of what is considered attractive. And that is completely wrong. That is completely false. If that's the way women were meant to be, one like the other, that's how we would have been created. So that is that is completely false. Do not buy into that concept. Yes, it is changing. It is a slow change, but it is changing, and that's a great thing. So don't go through magazines and be like, if I, if only I had that waistline, or only if, you know, my complexion was that clear. Chances are 100% that, it's been photoshopped, and they don't even look like that in real life. So don't compare yourself, and especially don't compare yourself with the karmic, because there is no comparison. The divine masculine, the collective energy of the divine masculine is coming in and saying, do not compare yourself to the karmic, because there is nobody like you. We have the twins, we have the same frequency. There is no comparison. No, they just keep on me to tell you, no comparison. For those that is really just an issue for, that you are struggling with, that we are working on. There is no comparison to the karmic. There is nobody like you, and just like the masculine, there is nobody like the masculine for us. And the other one that came out, surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup, so you may approach the situation more calmly. Frustration, this journey is taking a long time. You might be wondering, why have we not come into union? Why is he not communicating with me? And that's frustrating. As you can see, she's giving up to it. She is standing there. She's standing in her power. She is letting the universe just come in and flow over her. She is just going with the flow. She's so beautiful. The whole card, I mean, it aesthetically is just very beautiful, like the divine feminine, they just told me. So surrender your frustration about this whole journey. Surrender your frustration that things aren't working, that things don't seem to be working fast enough. There is so much going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. If you see the number 222 or 2222, which I see quite often when I am out doing the things that I need to do for the day, I see that. So look that up. Look up any repeating numbers that you see, or any numbers that mean anything to you. It doesn't have to be a repeating number, but all of these are signs. They are signs from the universe coming in to tell you, for example, the 2222. It just means that things are going on behind the scenes. Don't worry. Why can't I think of what they were going to, okay. They said something and I can't remember, because they speak a lot to me very quickly. Surrender to success. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay, and I was going to bring this up the other day, and I didn't, and I didn't know why they had me hold on to this, but let me get into this. Sometimes, and this could have several meanings. Abundance has several meanings. Abundance doesn't always mean wealth or material abundance. Abundance could be, most importantly, is you can have abundance of peace. You can have an abundance of love, abundance of joy. You know, those are the things you really want abundance of, because money is money. Money comes and goes. You can't buy joy. You can't buy happiness. You can't buy love. You can't buy you can't buy your way into coming into union. So when you look at it from that perspective, surrender it. Okay, so here you see kind of like an archway. I am also highly clairvoyant, and the other day I closed my eyes and I had gotten a flash of an open doorway. And it's funny that this is it. They want you to go through this door. They want you to surrender your vision, your ideal. If your ideal of success is monetary value, is material possessions, they want you to surrender all that and walk through this door, walk through this open pathway, and look at the sun coming in. Look at that light coming in. That's love. That's joy. That's peace. That's beautiful. So now that I have seen that doorway in my mind, and it's now here in the card, walk through that door. Have no fear. Walk through that door, and you will find the abundance of the non-material aspects of this world. Okay, hold on, I need a sip of water. And the last cards that are Ask Our Guides. Not too many, Spirit, sorry. Just a couple. That one. Thank you. Is there any more? What else are we asking our guides for? I'm guessing it's those, and I will see what that one is. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Balance. We are asking for balance. We are asking for balance. If you're going through a legal battle, we are asking for balance in the masculine and the feminine energies. We are asking for reciprocation type of a balance. Let me explain. We are asking if we have been in a relationship where we have given and given and given and we've gotten nothing back. We want that balance now with the masculine. We want to be able to give and get what we give. We want to get back. Okay, what was, oh my God. These two came up yesterday. Wow, there's a lot of mirroring going on. These two came up for the divine masculine. This is suffering. We're at, and it's the same message that there was yesterday for the masculines. If I can't remember it right away, because sometimes I don't remember these readings, I am not speaking, I am channeling, and the cards help me channel what it is they want to say. So please go back and see what this was for the masculine, but instead, insert feminine. And again, balance. We are I can see energies, and sometimes I cannot put it into words. We are mirroring, we are balancing the suffering, and I don't know if that makes sense. I will ask them to please try to clarify that for me, with the suffering with the divine masculine. we are going through different types of suffering, but we are still suffering. We want to know. We are asking our guards. We are asking our guides. Okay, we are asking our guides, why do we have to go through this suffering? Why do we have to go through this pain? Why are we in separation? You may have put a guard up, which is why I said guard. Because you don't want to suffer anymore. You've put up walls. You've put up a guard. You're asking for help in dissolving that. You are asking for help to surrender your fear of intimacy, to be able to open your heart again. You are asking, guides to help you stop suffering and to stop suffering from the toxic relationships that are in your life. And then the other one that came up yesterday, that came up for the feminines, is unconditional love. We are asking our guides for unconditional love from them, which we always have. It may not seem like it in sometimes, because we do have to go through these hard journeys. We do have to go through suffering and shame and some battles, whether they're legal, emotional. We want unconditional love. We want unconditional love from our friends and in the friendship that we offer. We want, and again, like I said, for the masculines, this can be going back to childhood issues. If that is what is in your situation, like this is general and will not apply for everybody, but if that is what is in your situation, if you did not get unconditional love from your parent, there's no shame in going to talk to somebody about it. Absolutely none whatsoever. So I just really, there's a lot of mirroring going on. And this one is compromise. Compromise as in again, they keep bringing up legal battles, and because they keep bringing up legal battles, I know that this is a time that a lot of karmic relationships are coming to an end. It does not have to be marriage in a traditional sense of the word. It could be a common law marriage. I mean, you could have been together for years where your state considers you married, all that stuff. And so there will be a compromise that needs to be made in order to get balance and look the scales of justice. So the divines, as in the masculine and the feminine, need to compromise with the karmics to get a peaceful outcome. And the last card is pleasure. Divine Goddess. This, I think there was a card in yesterday's Divine Masculine Divine Masculine's reading. Sorry, I know I'm talking fast. They are just running through my head, and my words come out jumbled. Pleasure. Of course, this one is saying it is on a physical level, pleasure, with the masculine, but it's also pleasure in the simple things in life, as you can see, just holding your hands. It doesn't have to be with your masculine. You could be holding hands with your children. What pleasure. I mean, doesn't that bring such joy? I mean, especially when they're little, but, as a mother of adult children, man, in most cases, you go through those teenage years and they pull away, and they don't want, they don't want any of that anymore. But then they come back around, and it's it's wonderful when they do, and it's wonderful when they hug you for no reason. And that is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to have deep friendships with people. It's pleasure in the small things in life, looking at the flowers, stop and smelling the roses, they are saying. It's pleasure in finding balance. It's they just said it's a pleasure to be here on earth. It is a pleasure to wake up every morning and to take a breath, especially if your health is not that well right now, because these battles that are going on can take a toll on your health. If you have been keeping shame inside, it can take a toll on your health. So when these all align, then it's pleasure. It brings pleasure, and when you feel that pleasure, again, it sets off these the oxytocin hormone. It sends off these endorphins of pleasure. I think they are leaving me now. I think they have said pretty much enough. I thank you, spirits, for coming through. I thank you for joining me back again today for the Divine Feminines reading. Again, this will not resonate with everybody. If you would like a deeper look into what you specifically are currently working on, or your Divine Masculine, what you are currently working on, please look at my special. It is going on until midnight Eastern Standard Time on July 12th, and it's $17.77 for 7 cards, and it's a reading that'll last about 15 to 20 minutes, and if there's anything additional Spirit needs to say and pull more cards or anything that's channeled, then, that's all part of it. So thank you for coming back. Please like, share, and subscribe, especially to the people that have been following me for a few weeks. I'm very grateful for, and to my new subscribers, thank you. Please go back and watch the older videos, and I'm sorry, everybody that is viewing this, if maybe 2 or 3 weeks have gone by and you go back and you view the older videos, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense now, because not all of this will make sense at one time. So please go back and view the other ones, and again, take what resonates and leave the rest. Oh, they've made me make a mess out of my cards because they were so wanted me to get everything out. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Namaste.